feel like a massive rabbit.
There's so much that I've been doing wrong. I've made so many mistakes.
In order to combat my depression, I get to put on the happiness light.
I have no idea what I have ordered.
Chiara's just told me that the chocolate twist. Okay, now that's close. Chiara's just told me that the chocolate twist is research for something.
Yes, so you had an idea, didn't you, the other day? You were talking about pet tag backgrounds, and you said that you thought we wanted to have different collections stuff, and you talked about a pastry collection.
I wanted to do kind of Parisian theme, like coffee cups, teacups, croissants, pain au chocolat.
Weirdly chimed with an idea that I'd had for doing kind of like a pet tag, or even some stickers and stuff around coffee culture, because David and I are big coffee fans, and that's probably our one indulgence, is that we have coffee every day. Well, he has coffee every day, I have coffee sporadically. So that is, I was thinking about doing that anyway, and then when he mentioned it as like a Paris type thing, I thought that's really cool, we should do that. So this chocolate twist is research for a drawing. That's what I'm telling myself. So it's about 1:30 on Monday. It is a bank holiday Monday, and the kids go back to school tomorrow. But obviously we've got quite a backlog of orders to send out. I'm not actually sure how many are on the system. Okay, it's about 90 orders on the system, which is great. And obviously we've got to get through all those. They don't all have to go out tomorrow, and I think that's one of the things that I need to start doing now. Like before, we just try and get everything out when there was 3 of us, but now I think we need to start sticking to the what needs to go out that day rule. So David's been doing the artwork all over the Easter break, off and on, just popping in and doing it. I have kind of had a complete break, apart from obviously doing the vlog and doing some drawing. So I've now come in to do some of the bits of artwork that he's less confident with, and then I might go over into the shed and do some printing, just so that it's less stressful tomorrow. So yeah, but then we're going in and having dinner at my parents' later, so we are still having a rest day, and obviously the kids are still off, so that's nice. But it is hard when you run a small business, and especially now that it's back at home. If it was still in the office, I wouldn't obviously drive all the way over there and go and do work. I could do artwork from home, but I wouldn't go in to make stuff, whereas at least now it's here, so it's so much easier to do that, which is good, I suppose. Right, okay. Yesterday was a bank holiday. If you're not in the UK, then a bank holiday is, well, basically all the banks are closed. But lots of other businesses are closed too. Ooh. And schools are closed, and sometimes, you know, people have like day off work and stuff. So where we had Easter, we had Good Friday, everything was shut, or lots of things were shut, and then there's no post. So if there's no post, we can't send anything. So it's my dad's birthday today, and we're going out tonight. I need to go and get him a present, so I've got to go and do that later. I'm supposed to have a meeting this afternoon with my mentor, but we haven't actually arranged a time yet, so that is stressing me out a bit. There's quite a lot of orders to be done as well, and I've also got an invoice that I need to do, and the wages for this month as well. So there's quite a lot of stuff to do today. David's mum's going to come in and give us a hand. She very kindly offered to come in and help us with the packing. It's just nice to have somebody else in the office as well with us, because it is weird now that Phoebe's gone. She starts her new job today. So yeah, but I have been doing more drawing. So I wanted to do watercolour painting, like proper watercolour painting, but obviously that means, like, you know, getting water and paints and all that stuff. And I've transferred my image. Excuse me. I've transferred my image of my thank you. I've transferred my image of my boulangerie onto watercolour paper, and now I just need to paint it. So I just need to get my paints out, get my paintbrushes out, and sort of sit down. But I usually like to do my drawing in front of the TV in the evening. So, and that's a bit tricky when you've got like watercolours and paints and stuff. So last night I decided that I would do that on the iPad, using a watercolour sort of like paper image that I had purchased, and also watercolour brushes, a brush set that I purchased. I have to say, really happy with the results, and maybe it will help me with my skills for watercolour in real life. I've got a couple of books by Emma Block, and I just love her style, love her watercolour style. And I think the thing I love about watercolour is it's quite like whimsy, the style, and that's the kind of style of illustration that I like. So that's the kind of style of illustrations that I want to produce. And my illustrations, kind of my style, swings between very heavily graphic with like sort of like heavy line art and quite, you know, and then quite sort of whimsy. So, and I still don't know what direction I want to take yet. So at the moment I'm kind of just having fun and playing with it, and that's been really nice. So I don't know how much I'll film today of bits and pieces going on, because right now it's just me making stuff all the time, which can get a bit dull. Tiny weeny baby tag. Sorry.
The offending file.
The offending file.
Yeah, I've shut it now, actually.
You've shut it down.
Yep.
In disgust.
In disgust.
Okay, fair enough. I feel the chaos. I feel it. I know that there is a better. I'm dreading. Oh, I'm already like dreading Christmas. Do worry about it, David. I do. Anyway, David's mum's here to help us. Now, David's mum worked with us for years and years and years and years until she retired, but she's back out of retirement.
Hi, you everybody!
To help us with the packing, because we're a bit overloaded from Easter, which is good, but also stressful. Anyway, so yes, so yay! We've done 72 orders today, David.
That's good, isn't it?
Christ.
Yeah, that's amazing. Look at that.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Barbara.
Yay!
Thank you. That's the first time we've done a large amount of orders with just the 2/3 of us. That's quite
amazing.
impressive. Yeah, David worked really hard over the weekend doing all the artwork.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
All
impressive.
Brilliant.
Yes. My selfie stick.
And this is the problem, right? So because you've now got this YouTube audience,
Yes.
yeah, I have to look good every time because I've got low self-esteem, so I need their approval. And you can leave this in, I don't care. I don't care that people know I need approval. So
The
I have
sound
to
of
do...
your voice is making my headache worse.
So, fuck, this is why I've got low self-esteem. Right, hold on. 2 seconds. So I just got to make sure the chest is over the top of the... Yes, right, okay, I'm nearly
The
ready.
chest is over the top of your stomach because you have no body fat.
I'm nearly ready to perform. 2 seconds.
Oh, God.
I'll psych up, limber up.
Where did I put my selfie stick?
Right, I'm really depressed today. I was depressed before this became a performance, but I'm still depressed. So Chiara has suggested that in order to combat my depression in this fucking cave that we now work
Where
in...
is the sad lamp?
I don't want to talk about the sad lamp, it made me sad, that's why it's not here. In order to combat my depression, I get to put on the happiness light.
The happiness light?
Which is opposite to the sad lamp. I switched on the sad lamp, it just felt fucking sad. So now I've got the happiness light, look. And they say...
Wow, what a difference.
If you
it's
smile,
the Blockbuster slogan.
Yeah, they say if you smile, you start to feel happy. And that doesn't work for me, and neither did the wearing a yellow t-shirt with a smile on it. They said if you wore a yellow t-shirt with a smile on it, everyone would smile at you and it would lift you up. yeah, everybody was smiling at me, but it was sinister, and I actually felt like
it's rambling now. Can I have that paracetamol, please? I'm dying.
yeah. Oh, now I'm cold. I've got to get the top back on.
Do you want to put that sheep back on that's on the back of the chair?
Sheep.
The sheep. I've got this sheep thing on the back of my chair. Oh no, it's got no arms on it, has it? It's entirely pointless. That furry thing that you were wearing.
That?
Gone? Yeah, that furry thing with no arms. What's the point of that?
Shit.
Gilet.
There's no such thing.
Sorry, you have to bear with me. I've got quite a bad headache today. So, I had a one-to-one mentoring session yesterday as part of the Be the Business Productivity Program, which is completely free and you can apply for it and you get 6 months of mentorship. And as part of that, I get a one-to-one mentor as well as the other 4 board members I've been given. It's a brilliant program. So I had my one-to-one yesterday. And when I relayed our shocking £174,000 turnover, £2,600 profit, to which she was like, sorry, did you say 2160? And I'm like, no, 2,600. And she was like, oh. I was like, yeah. Which my son, the maths whiz, reliably informs me is only just over 1%. I was like, thanks for that, Bast. That made me feel better. So she sat down with me and told me some harsh truths, which, to be honest, I probably really needed to hear, which went along the lines of, you're doing too much. There's obviously now just the 2 of you. You're trying to do everything. You're trying to do shows. You're trying to, improve, do new designs. You're trying to launch a stationery business alongside. It's too much. She said, you need to look at the things that are not worth your time, that are not generating the income, and you need to axe them. And she said, you've got to be brutal with your products as well. She said, you've got so many product lines on your website, and she said, I'm guessing that not all of those are selling. She said, you have got to be brutal and get rid of the stuff that just isn't selling, because even if you're not necessarily having to hold stock for that item, because obviously we have the same blanks but lots of different designs, you're still spending time like improving that product page, working on the SEO, and the time is so valuable. So that was a really harsh truth that I really needed to hear. And to be honest, today, thank you so much, David and I have been talking, and we've been, oh, it's like food. Why are you laughing?
There's so many harsh truths we need to hear.
So David and I have been talking today about, our pricing. She's like, you need to be more brutal with your pricing. There's no good in you pricing your stuff, getting 100 orders if you're not making any money. And I mean, obviously our overheads have come down, but there's so much that I've been doing wrong. I've made so many mistakes. I think my need to people please, and because I want customers to be happy, so I'm like, oh, we won't charge much for that. And oh, okay, they want a custom illustration. Well, we'll only charge them £5, even though it's going to take me half an hour or an hour to do it. And it's just so silly. The only way we're going to survive is if we do charge enough, and that's either going to be okay for the customer and they're going to think it's worth it, or they're not. And the amount of people that come to our website and go, oh, your prices are really reasonable, or they'll leave us a tip and it's a couple of pounds. And I know there are customers where they'll only shop with us if they get a discount, because that's fair enough. But obviously we have to be thinking long term. And she was talking about Not the High Street, and she's like, okay, so you turned over 64,000 on Not the High Street last year. I'm like, but we paid 21,000 in commission. So then now that's what is that, 42,000, 43,000? Well, then out of that 43,000, there is the postage to send everything. There is obviously the material cost, the overhead and the wages. So how much money did we actually make on Not the High Street last year? So, and then you look at our website where we turned over 38,000, but yet our commission or, fees that we paid to Shopify, whatever, was something like, £3,000. So it's just there's such a massive difference there. And when you look at it, it's probably the same. So I know we need to be focusing more of our attention on Shopify because it's where we have the most control. So I need to sit down and really look at all this, and I have to carve out that time. And David is like, I'm going to do the artwork, you work on the business. And I'm like, yeah, but there's so much art. He's like, nope, I'm going to do all that, you work on the business. So that's what I'm trying to do today. And we'll see what happens. But I've got a really bad headache, which isn't helping. David is hard at work. Aren't you, David? Do you want me to make you a lunch?
Yeah, thank you.
What do you want?
Something tasteless that I can use as fuel.
Salad then.
Yeah.
I can make you some salad. Can you pass me that bowl, please?
Put red wine over it.
Red wine over the salad? Well, I mean, maybe that's the thing. Can you pass me that bowl? Is that breakfast bowl behind you? You know, I don't like messy stuff in here. Thanks. Thanks very much. Well done for all the hard work.
Thank you.
Love you. Was that patronising? You said the other day I was being patronising.
No, I know. When I say like you're patronising me or emasculating me or
Oh, fucking just making the list longer. Why don't
making
you?
me feel less than other people and stuff like that, it's just me lashing out because I basically have no life and I'm chained to a desk doing a boringly repetitive job all day. So don't take it personally.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That's really lovely. Thank you. That's great. Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All of your major food groups are represented. You have your protein, your fats, good fats,
I feel like a massive rabbit.
or a caterpillar. I mean, there's no dressing on it, which does make it a bit bland. Do you normally put dressing on it? What?
It's a bit dressed in some.
What dressing would you like on there? I mean, we have mayonnaise.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
But it's just a load of green stuff. Do
Mm.
you want barbecue sauce on there?
No.
Okay. Okay, we're a bit up against it today. I feel like I say that every day at the moment because I've got the meeting with the productivity programme, which is happening in half an hour. And normally we don't post anything on a Thursday, but because obviously David and I are not quite as quick as Phoebe is at doing the artwork and doing the printing, there's a load of Etsy orders that we need to send today. So it's mostly the backlog from Easter. So we will get on top of it, and it will be fine. And to be honest, yesterday was just very stressful and just a bit too much. And today the sun is shining and I'm feeling much better. I have just ordered myself a book, which is all about like finding out your dream, because I do feel like I'm in this place at the moment where I'm not really sure what direction I want to take things. And this meeting that I'm having in a minute, I think is going to be quite brutal, because I shared with them our sort of turnover versus profit. And one of the board members that I've been assigned is a accountant. And that is so helpful, because he's taken one look at my numbers and in like 15 minutes has gone, right, okay, what's happened here? Why is this? What's going on here? And that's what I need. I need somebody that can do that, because obviously my degree is in graphic design. I have no business degree. I'd love to study business. Like if I had, you know, the money and the time, I would love to go back and do a master's in business, because I actually do find it very interesting, but I don't have any formal training. So everything that I have built so far has been winging a prayer, or I've winged it basically. And I've just followed my instinct. And I am aware that I can also be quite chaotic, in that I will make decisions and then I'll second guess myself, change my mind, and obviously that's not good. So that is a factor. So this meeting should be interesting, and I hope it's going to be helpful. But I'm so desperate to do some more drawing, and I can announce it now that we are going to be at Stationery Fest. So I am super excited about that, because stationery is a direction I would really love to take the business in, if it's viable. And I'm already thinking about like, what kind of mystery bags could I do? I might do like washi tape mystery bags and other kind of cool stuff. And I went myself last year like as a guest and absolutely loved it. It was like, oh my God, it was like the best day ever. So I'm really excited to go, and we're going to kind of turn it into a bit of a family trip, and we're going to take the kids, and it's going to be like a mini break. So that I'm excited for, and I really want to draw some stuff. Like I started to draw I might share the drawing with you, what I've done so far, but I started to draw some pastries, and I love them. I love them so much, and I feel so happy and like proud of what I've drawn. So I definitely want to continue with that, and I've been experimenting with drawing in person and digital drawing. So, but yeah, so today feels much better. So meeting finished. Meeting went well. Did not get too told off. Well, I don't really tell you off, but you know. But yeah, the meeting went well. Really helpful. And now I am frantically trying to make these orders, because we have to pack them and then leave in the next half an hour and drop them off at the post office. So I have to crack on. Sorry, but yes. So yeah, it's all a bit of a mad rush at the moment. I'm sure there is a better way, and I would like to be significantly less stressed than I am currently. I've had some stuff arrive, which I ordered from Temu. I am loath to order stuff from Temu, to be honest, but I needed display things for Stationery Fest for me to be able to display stuff on my table, and I'm already thinking about it, even though it's like July, and I'm thinking of practicing my table setup. I'm thinking of ways that I can brand and make things better. I've redesigned my logo, and I'm already thinking about product lines, and I've been drawing that pastry collection that you've seen this week. I have lots of like really tough decisions to make, so I've really been thinking about profit this week, because I had that big meeting, and the sort of overriding message from the meeting is cut out the products that are not selling, you're not selling very much of, and that are more difficult to make, and streamline your processes. I have to start being brutal so that we are really trimming down the lines. I want to see if I can turn things around massively over the course of this year, which means I need to go through all of my accounts with a fine-tooth comb, compare them to the year before, and I need to see where we've gone wrong. Now, obviously, I know I've lost a load of revenue. Most of that loss has come from not on the high street. What I'd really like to do is grow the business on our side where we make the most profit. And I think the way I do that is through TikTok, advertising, marketing, lives, and through in-person events. And what I really want to be pushing is really just the pet tags. And now that Phoebe has left, I feel like David and I need to massively streamline what we're doing, so that if we've got designs that don't sell, we get rid of them. So let me show you this stuff that's arrived, and you can tell me what you think. Oh, okay. So these are little plastic things to like stand cards in. Naturally smaller than I expected them to be. So I think this is a washi stand. My idea was to kind of like have all my washi on there in person, and people can see the, like the quality of the washi tape, and then if they want to buy one, I just sort of like go, okay, you want number 1, well, I'll hand you that one or something. So that's a washi tape stand. Wood, I like wood. These are like little clips that sort of clip on to, you know, those like white cage, just sort of like you can piece them all together and you can make like a wall with them, where these are like little hooks that hook onto those, and I thought they were quite cute. Okay, this, oh no, I'm wrong. This is the washi tape thing, because it's got these dowels. I did buy some of these dowels. My plan was to make my own kind of display. So this is the washi tape stand. Cool. I do wonder if I could paint this, or I could also, oh, it's going to be really annoying and not fitting. I could engrave this too on my, obviously on my laser machine, which is pretty cool. And they just slot like that. I had actually had an idea of making like a small version of this to go on my desk to hold all my washi tape, and then of selling that as well. So the plan would be to slide all the washi tapes on along here. I just don't know whether people would come up and then think, well, I want that one, how do I buy it? And then they'd have to ask me, do people prefer to just like pick things up? I don't know. But I thought that I'm conscious that the table's not very big, so I have to be like quite clever with my space. I don't actually know what that is. Okay, but this is pretty cool. I like this. Oh, okay. I have no idea. I have no idea what I have ordered. Oh, I think it goes this way. Oh, dear me. Hang on. Oh, why am I so confused by life? Oh, there we go. Okay. Aha! Right. Oh, okay. Now, why did I decide to order this? I think this was, okay, it's a bit rickety. It's not even a word. I think this was to hold maybe like cards and things, because you could like slot them in. Yeah, so I assume you kind of slot things in. I don't have anything in here that would work. You kind of slot stuff in here.